Tiringi shechi tamba yimbe nyam tu taro na. Tiringi shechi tamba yimbe nyam tu taro na. Shechi tamba yimbe nyam tu taro na. Shechi tamba yimbe nyam tu taro na.
Alright, well this next tune we're going to do is another original, and this one's called Place to Ponder. We figured it'd be rather fitting. I'm sure there's quite a bit of pondering that goes down here. But yes, this is one of our favorite ones. We hope that y'all enjoy it. Hold on one second. Alright, well this next one we're gonna do is another original, and this one's called Aspen Grove. See you out there, Sammy. Yeah. Well, thank y'all.
This next song's called Turquoise Trail.
Mm-hmm.
All right, we've been informed we have time for one more song. So, we're gonna play you one more.
Don't be afraid to dance. You only live once, everyone.
All right, this last number that we will do is called Treading Water. Single one of us, yeah, yeah. One way or another, what's the whole world doing right now? Every single one of us. We're treading water. Ah, we're treading water, yeah. And with just your help, oh, you'll see an island in your dreams. And with just your help, ooh, you'll find dry ground underneath your feet. Oh. We're treading water. single one of us, yeah, yeah. One way or another, what's the whole world doing right now? Oh, every single one of us. Oh, we're treading water, yeah. Oh, thank y'all much. Our name is Off in the Woods. We appreciate the love and for having us here. And let's all have a good peace festival and listen to some more good music. Thank y'all again.
Let's have another big hand for Off in the Woods. These guys, you know, they come up here and play, but they spend so much time besides their beautiful music parting all of their equipment, and they do this all as an offering for us and for peace and to help the environment, and we're so appreciative because it's music that really helps raise our hearts and our souls and kind of be able to move to the beat of the earth and each other's hearts. So we're so grateful that they're here. And our guest speaker, Simon Ortiz, will be up in a few minutes, but we have our wonderful guest, Tsering Londu, Tibetan, you know, internationally famous artist preserving the Tibetan arts and culture, performing arts. He's been in many famous movies, soundtracks. He's played for, I told you, popes and kings and queens and the Dalai Lama and us today. And we're so grateful. But he asked if he could come up now to do a special offering song for Simon Ortiz, for Julie Kajun, for Terry Tanner, as one indigenous voice to the others that are trying to help all of us have minds that are pure and healthy, that we want to live in a respectful way, that we want to live in a sustainable way, not sustaining a lifestyle that is not healthy for the whole world, but to live in a way that is respectful to the earth and to each other, that brings our own true happiness. And so Tsering would like to do an offering song for a wonderful guest here and for Cheney, the other wonderful Native Americans whose reservation the Garden of 1,000 Buddhas is on, and as always we honor them for letting us be here to continue living a good life, and we have so much to learn from each other, and we're so grateful. And then after Tsering's offering song, then I will introduce Julie Kajun, who's going to introduce Simon Ortiz. But we have these incredible speakers. We are so fortunate. And then a little bit later, Terry Tanner and Julie Kajun will be talking. They held an incredible conference called Native Lands and Wilderness Council, where we had indigenous people from all over the Americas joining voices to inspire all of us to lead good lives. So I would like to again introduce Tsering, who's going to come and do an offering song. Thank you.
So I'm going to do a piece from the movie Himalaya that I have sung like 11 or 12 years before. And this movie was nominated for the Oscar for the Best Foreign Movie. And this was directed by Eric Valley. And the sound recording was done in Paris. And that was my first experience with the West. And in that, you can hear a lot of the Corsican voice from Corsica. They call it affiliata, and they do the polyphonic voice. So let's do it. Such a
Tiringi shechi tamba himbe nyam tutarona Tiringi shechi tamba himbe nyam tutarona Tri shechi tamba himbe nyam tutarona Tri shechi tamba himbe nyam tutarona Tirin tape tamba ini Marku nyamdu sajurelo Tirin shechi tamba himbe nyam tutarona Tirin shechi tamba himbe nyam tutarona Tri shechi tamba himbe nyam tutarona Tri shechi
The song means like, it's about the ballet tamba. We call it tamba. And in English, I think it's barley. Barley. That we make bread out of it. But we do make chang. This is one of the Tibetan wine, I may simply say. So now I'm going to offer one song to the people of this land, and I want to share my love and my melody with the people of Montana, and especially who are here today. And I'm glad and I'm very honored that for having me here. And so it's not really planned. And I don't have any idea what I'm going to do next, but it's a really offer to you, Mr. Simon, Julie. I know that I met you in May, and then you told me about this place when we were together at the Gary Strauss's concert in Kirkland Theater in Seattle. And then I decided in the last minute that how I was involved today over here. And right after the Tibet Fest in Seattle Center, and I was just writing and sending some message to my friends. And suddenly I went to YouTube and I just write garden and then garden of something, yeah. So suddenly this video came out, just pop in. And I just went one of the Rinpoche's talk or the interview on that. And then I really found this is a very good project to help each other and to share love, So we do have a lot of different colors, different heights, and different, shapes. But no matter, we all came as one, and we will all go as one. So, taking this opportunity, I would like to do an improvisation with my drum, and I hope you guys will like it.
Thank you, my friends.
As I mentioned you earlier, everybody needs water, right? So my drum is a little bit dry, so let's see. Sounds good? And what I just sing or sung, I don't know. I just like the atmosphere very much. And I have never been to my country, you know, and you know the why. So I want to pray. And now I'm a permanent resident of the United States. And hopefully one day my dream is to go to Tibet and sing a song. Sorry for that. And the sorry. And the sacha and the lo. And now it's been almost like 50 years that we're struggling. We're sharing our message to the globe to support us, and each and every who are here, I request you to please help this project, and may everybody live happy. And thank you for coming here. Dicha adandile dilo Ondesancha Om Nipeme Hum Om Nipeme Hum Om Nipeme Hum Om Nipeme Hum. Please join with me. Om Mani Peme Hum. Om Mani Peme Hum. Om Mani Peme Hum. One more time, please. Sik Nyi.
Continue. Now this number I want to share, and this is not Tibetan, but this is the Indian mantras. Om Namo Bhagavati Vasudeva. Okay? And this piece, I got an opportunity to meet one of the musicians who lived here, and his name is Bruce Begvar, and his production called The Shining Stars. We met in Seattle in 2010. I do remember the date, August 8th. And I called him up, and then I'm here for this festival. And he was very, very busy, well known. And I told him I would share the music that we have done together. So this is the one of the piece that I want to share with you, and it's a little bit, you know, a rock and roll stuff, I think. Okay, let's have number 5, please.
Now this voice is Bruce Begvar, so I'm going to sing on top that, okay? Om Namo Bhagavati Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavati Vasudevaya. 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 Om Namo Bhagavati Vasudevaya.
You can join with me if you would like to, okay?
Namo Bhagavati Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavati Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavati Vasudevaya. Namo Bhagavati Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavati Vasudevaya. Namo Bhagavati Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavati Vasudevaya. Bhagavati Vasudevaya.
Now this is Bruce Begwa singing, and he's from Montana, so everybody, let's have a round of applause.
Om Namo Bhagavati Vasudevaya.
It's a bit hot.
Om Namo Bhagavati Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavati Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavati Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavati Vasudevaya.
Thank you.
Almost over the mountain. Almost. What mountain?
Thanks.
Almost over that mountain. Isn't that amazing? Almost down.
And Tsering will be back later. He's going to make us dance, which will be a lot of fun. Tsering, thank you so much. And I would like to introduce Julie Kajun, who's going to introduce Simon Ortiz. And Julie has been a good friend to us for many peace festivals, for many, many years. And it's so interesting because it was Julie meeting Tsering in Seattle who told him about the Garden of 1,000 Buddhas. And he is from the same village as Rinpoche in Tibet. So go figure. And so we're very grateful for that connection. And I think all of you know Julie Kajun, and I always have to say when I introduce her, I was very impressed because I am a reader of Utne magazine, which is a very progressive magazine that many of you may read. But Julie was named as one of the main visionaries in the world today. And here she is on our little stage here in Montana. And Julie has been a voice for the children, for the next generation, for living in a right way and living in a way that supports the land, the earth, and all of us. And she's been a very good friend to us, and we're so very grateful. Julie's an educator. She was one of the main organizers of bringing a wonderful group of people together that I had mentioned, the Indigenous voice from all over the Americas, to talk about what needs to be done, what can be done, and to inspire each other and us so that we can take care of this precious earth that we have and work on our minds that we live in a right way. So I want to present Julie Kajun, who will present Simon Ortiz. So thank you very much. I love you.
Well, this is really nice to be here today. It feels really good, doesn't it? Do you feel good? Is everybody happy? We had 2 long days of talking, and sometimes it was heavy, but it was always good sharing stories about land, victories, and challenges. And so we asked Simon to join us and to talk with us there and then to talk here. Simon has been a good friend to our community. He's come here many times and shared his powerful gift with language, both with high school students and young children. Simon is from Acoma Pueblo, and I finally got to visit his beautiful country. But he has been writing remarkable works for a long time. His writing has been important to me as an Indian person and as an educator. I think that writing is one form of resistance, and then it's one way that we can share different ways of thinking about who we are and how we live in the world. And so Simon's writing has been really important to me personally, as an Indian person, as an educator, but also as a friend. And often when I travel, or if I have to go meet with difficult people, I'll take some writing with me, and it might be a poem from Simon or a short story or something, and it helps me to be brave. I think stories can help us to have courage. And so Simon's work has done that for me. It's been a gift in my life. So I'm so happy to have him back in our home.
Kawasi, everybody. How's everybody? Well, tawa Emeetsi, stay hopas eu namatsishono. Because we all wish that, to be well, to be good, to be vibrant, to be beautiful like this land here. I want to thank all of you, really all of you, from the children. Well, we're all children, of course, of this earth, of this land, Mother Earth. But all the way up to people as my age, close to 100. Well, not quite that close, but I suppose close enough. And it's wonderful to see all the ages, you know, from the young children to older people, elders. And in a community like here, in this beautiful valley between the mountains here and within the good earth that we all need, we feel, I think, a sense, that belonging, because we do belong. And we do belong not only with the land, the grass that is around us, or the mountain ranges, or the sky above, but we belong with each other. And as community, as Tsa'ashtitra is simply gathering of people together in one community. I want to talk, of course, about community, but also land and culture. And I've got some words written down which I'll read, but I also will make remarks, other remarks besides what I have written down. Language is a beautiful instrument. Tsering in the Akama language is language. Tsering. Ako me stuta. I'm of the Akama people. Some of you have visited at Ako in New Mexico, in the American Southwest. That's where I am from. That is where I am originated from. And my identity, obviously, is of that place. Because we, as people, all have a place that is a source of the origin. And we always are carrying that place. Aisti hati stano, aisti yukos kutemos, aisti temos enishi, emitsi aisti taa. That place where we come from as original people, we are always that. No matter if it's from here with the Salish and Kootenai community, or if it's from the Ako Mehano, where I come from in New Mexico, or Tibet, where people come from and are here. They may be away from there, but they're always back there as well. Because original identity, original source is really at the core. I guatsi, I stunatsi, I siyoko emitsi aisisto temosto. Because we are always coming from that core of ourselves. And that core of ourselves is the center of our original place. Whether it's Tibet, many, many, many miles away, or here in the valley with the Salish and Kootenai people, or at Ako, on top of the mesa, or on the valley floor, where along the river at home, along the Chuna where I grew up. I'm always from there. I was driving with my two grandsons. I have two grandsons and 7 granddaughters. And we were all going up to the Akama Ako Yesta, or Akama Fiesta, last Sunday. And we were nearing the mountain, which is called Mount Taylor in the American and New Mexico maps, but in the Akama world, in our language, it's called Kaweshtima. It's a snow-covered female mountain. And so I was telling my grandson, the younger one, Chasen, take a photograph of that mountain. And it's a Kooti, or mountain. And he took the camera out and he made a photograph. I said, every time I'm away from here, and obviously when I come home, I said to him and his brother, I know that I'm home when I see that mountain, because it's the northern point, northern sacred point, or northern direction from where Ako is. And I know that when I am there and able to see the mountain to the north, then I know Staisi, Stiatsi, then I have come back to here, meaning the core or center of myself. Anyway, I want to start out with a song because the other day at the land conference, at land discussions that Julie Kajun just now spoke about, she reminded me of a song that she remembered when a mutual friend of ours, Vic Charlo, a poet and a singer and a storyteller, and also the chief, the traditional chief of the local Salish people here. And she remembered this, I guess, a song that I sang. And by the way, thank you for the poet and the singer that was here preceding me. And I remember because he said sang or sung or sing, and that sounded like me at times. Well, I have a certain facility with English language, but sometimes I can't figure English out. I know that. But anyway, I want to sing a song, not that song that Julie remembered, but another one. It's got a little story to it. Some years ago, I read in a newspaper article about some bones that were found high up in the Andes Mountains in South America, in Ecuador or Peru. And it was from I guess maybe a burial site or a place where the bones had been placed many generations and many decades or centuries ago by the people who lived there, the Inca people. And so the bones of that horse, when they were brought into public view, there was discussion. They looked like bones of a horse. And of course, there was no horse like the way that horses are, pretty big size horses that we see here in the pastures or people out on the range riding or rodeo horses. But they were bones of a horse-like creature. And when I was reading about that, I began to think they were buried or placed there in this special place that was a sacred place. And I thought, wow, I said, these are the bones of this sacred horse. So I found myself singing this song. Sacred horse. Dance, my sacred, dance, my sacred, dance, my sacred, dance, my sacred horse. Dance, my sacred, dance, my sacred, dance, my sacred, dance, my sacred horse. Sing my dancing, sing my dancing, sing my dancing, sing my dancing horse. Pray my praying, pray my praying, pray my praying, pray my praying horse. Sing my dancing, sing my dancing, sing my dancing, sing my dancing horse. Land here with all of us, people, with the land. It is always the setting and locale and context and place for the human body. It is our circumstance and condition, and it's personal and social. We are here as individuals or persons, but we are here also as social, and we are together, then we are together as community. In the past 25 years, I've had a mantra, or actually words, running through my mind that is very much a part of my identity as an indigenous or Native American, American Indian, First Nations person. And it consists of 3 words or terms: Ha'atsi, Ha'atsi, land; culture, culture; Oyukai, community, community, which is Za'ashtitra. So I'll begin my talk with this in mind. To all peoples of the world, a world that we know of as Mother Earth, land is the foundation or base upon which we reside and rest and stand upon, and with which we definitely identify. Like I said, I identify with Ako, my original homeland. That is the core of myself. Land, or Ha'atsi, Shrahatsi, in the Acoma Pueblo language of Keres, that is my indigenous language, is the setting and locale and context for the story of the human beings that we are. And yes, it is the place for the body human, that is, the people of our cultures and societies and civilization as human beings. Ha'atsi or Shrahatsi, our land, is our life. For indigenous peoples, land, life is everything. When I say land, life, I mean land dash or hyphen life is everything. Land and life, I'm speaking about in the same meaning. For indigenous peoples, land, life is our human circumstance and condition. All of us as human beings are indigenous to the Ha'atsi, the land, or Mother Earth in the larger sense. And in the focused and definitive sense of the land, and in the focused and definitive sense, the land is our homeland. No matter where we come from, whether it's from here in this valley or whether it's in Tibet far away, it's still our homeland, or in New Mexico, or Arizona in Tempe, the desert where I live and work. That is still the homeland that I know. Where we come from, where we grew up, our Papa Atitra, Nanatitra, Kahatsishi, our grandmothers and grandfathers' land. Shra Papa Titra, Shra Nanatitra, Emi Aitsi, Ga'au. That's where our grandmothers and grandfathers lived, and that's where we, as their descendants, have lived too. Land is everything to us in terms of what we know about who we are as indigenous people. Whether we be Navajo from Arizona, New Mexico, Hopi from Arizona, Acoma from New Mexico, or Tibetan from Asia, or Kenyan from Africa, or other tribal or ethnic nations across the country and or around the big, big world of Mother Earth. Land is for sure our identity. this afternoon, this moment, this here and now. Emitsi taisti haupaastu te zatsi haitsi ishka no ta skusa chano. In this moment of here and now, we are identified with this place. And it is part of Mother Earth. And it is part of planet Earth. So land is our identity. In fact, when I say, Ako Meshtuta, literally I'm saying, I am Acoma Pueblo. Literally, I am depicting myself for identification purposes as representative or a representation of Acoma land, people, culture, of Ako Me Hatsi, Uyu Kai Etza as a whole, and that I am an entity that is Acoma or Ago. As indigenous people who identify themselves in terms of their cultural and territorial or personal sovereignty, that is, speaking for ourselves and regarding ourselves, land is everything, like I said, to us in terms of what we know of who we are as indigenous peoples. Asserting ourselves means identifying ourselves with Shahatsi as an entity. Without Hatsi and without that consciousness of Shahatsi, our land, we do not have a whole and full identity. We are not anyone but an entity that is inclusive of the people and the land. In fact, it is not far-fetched to consider the Navajos, Hopis, Acomas, and so forth are no one unless they are identified with a land base that confirms their identity. The land referred to by Navajo, Hopi, and Acoma people, or here the Salish, here in the state of Montana, the Salish, the Crow, the Kootenai, Blackfeet, here in Montana, like I said, is land upon which they live and that they identify with. Therefore, they can assert themselves as Navajo and Hopi and Salish and Blackfeet because of the land with which they are an entity and therefore identify as such. Just like, yes, the Tibetan, even though like the indigenous peoples of the United States, of the Americas, even though they have been oppressed and pushed away from their lands, from their core of themselves, they insist and can insist justifiably that they are Tibetans and are from their own motherland. Just like here in this valley and on this, what might be known as the reservation, the people, nevertheless, the people are still of this land and are still who they are as indigenous to their land and their communities and their culture. Culture is knowledge, and it comes from interactivity, personal and social. I said culture is oyukai. Oyukai is knowledge that guides. Oyukaishi is our indigenous cultural knowledge. Or to put it another way, culture is indigenous knowledge of ourselves and of our indigenous way of life. There is no mistake about that either in terms of distinct traditional cultural knowledge or knowledge systems. Cultural knowledge of Navajo people is very distinct from Hopi cultural knowledge. And Navajo and Hopi are very distinct from Acoma, cultural knowledge for sure. You will find that out real fast from Navajos, Hopis, and Acomas. You better believe it, and they will let you know about it too, because of tribal identification and their relationship with their land. It's very, very particular, unique, and special. Like the land, it is distinct in the development over the innumerable generations that indigenous peoples have evolved and lived. Mi shruhama shra hano taimishi, kauyu kaishi, nia tsi emi wai hano heya shkuatyawa. Yes, it's complicated, but it actually translates into something fairly simple. The knowledge of our people of long ago is the way we, the people of today, are able to be guided. We know there is an inexorable or inexorable tie or link, a connection between the indigenous knowledge of the past and the indigenous knowledge of today. Really, that's true of all peoples. I think that Western culture oftentimes feels a bit envious when they look at indigenous peoples here in Montana or across the United States and in the Americas, and they think, we don't have that kind of knowledge that the native people have, that Indians have, because we don't know our origin. While it may be true to some degree, all peoples have an oral knowledge. And oral knowledge, of course, is word of mouth, but it's also behavior. It's also how our communities are structured and how our habits of living are repeated over and over. And we do believe in origins. How it was in the yesteryear, many, many yesteryears ago, when human culture began. And of course, you know, in prayers and ceremonies and meditations and storytelling, yes, indigenous peoples, not just American indigenous peoples, but people like, from Africa, people in Asia, like the Tibetans, people in, say, the Arctic regions, the people in Finland, or, Siberia. And of course, even modern societies, modern cultures, whether it's here Northern Europe or here in the Americas, there is an oral understanding and an oral core to our belief, within our belief system. And so this is part of our identity. That which was long ago is still present in us. The past is still current in the here and now. We are affirmed and validated by our ancestral heritage. In the Ako way passed on through the oral tradition, it is said our ancestral grandmothers and grandfathers lived in the past very responsibly so that we, their future generations, would have positive lives today. Today, our indigenous human cultural knowledge and its links to the past is our right to insist upon and maintain and to live and thrive by. Needless to say, that is our indigenous sovereign right to practice or put to use and to exercise and expect to have honored by other peoples and governments, especially those that immediately face us, whether it's the Chinese government facing the Tibetan people, or if it's the United States or Montana government or Arizona government facing the indigenous peoples in the present era, we still have to face them. We can't turn away because we would be turning away from ourselves. Community, Tsering, is very precious and is sought endlessly by the body human, personally and socially again. Tsering, community, is an essential part of the triadic principle of indigeneity or indigenous life. Try that word for us. Triadic principle of indigenous or indigenous life or indigeneity. It's simply that I said, that land, Hatsi, Uyu, Kaishi, and culture in the triad of principled thinking. Community is striving to live with other humans in the tribal community according to the heritage teachings of indigenous cultural knowledge. But Tsering also strives, and sometimes it's quite a struggle too, to be in a communal relationship with non-human others, such as plant, animal, mineral life, and other animate and inanimate beings or entities that are part of the universal creation of which we are a part. And community is contributing to the whole dynamic of sustainability. That is, all beings, things, animate and inanimate, are a part of the structure, function, process, reason, and existence of universal creation. Sustainability is a process and function of what can be recognized as a way of life. We are that, actually, of course, unconsciously. We are an organic part of this weather right now, and an organic part of the mountains which are surrounding us, and the sky above us, and the ground beneath our feet. And we are an organic and natural part of that. But to be able to live in a way so that it's much more deliberate and much more functional in an intentional way is, of course, a commitment. Community is essential for sustainability to be possible, because a principle of sustainability is that all things are dependent on each other. Everything is interdependent. In other words, nothing is separate, alienated, or marginalized. Everything is essential to each other and to the whole. In fact, without Tsering, without community, there is no whole, there is no unity, there is no solidarity, and there is no continuance. Shtaitzi kayatyati. Shtaitzi kayatyati. It's an interesting concept and a phrase, and it means all things are held hand to hand or hand in hand. In other words, there is an essential connection among all things. Indigenous cultural knowledge says this clearly, firmly, convincingly. This essentially is what was passed on to us from our ancestral grandmother and grandfather elders. Community is an essential element of indigenous integrity along with culture and land. that song, dance my beautiful, dance my beautiful, or dance my sacred, dance my sacred, dance my sacred horse. That's actually a statement of that, an action, a behavior, and knowledge of that principle. And it is the oral tradition, whether it's performance, dance, or ceremonies and ritual, or, of course, expressive language in the indigenous language, or in English, or French, or Spanish, any language. It's how we behave and how we commit ourselves to that relationship that we have that is based on interaction and what happens. Community is not limited to human beings, but all beings. Land, Hanzi, culture, Uyu Kaishi, community, Za'ashtitra, all are essential elements for continuity. Sustainability, I know, is a term that has become more and more discussed publicly in the past 5 or 6 years. It's not a new idea, it's not a new concept, but I think that we need to think much more definitely and much more purposely and intentionally about it, so we can structure ourselves within certain principles. Human society and culture, especially in the U.S., has come to the point of looking at itself at themselves in terms of its needs to be less exploitative. That is, using land as a resource as if it were endless. Land is not endless. Resources are not endless. Yet sometimes I know Western culture and society thinks that, oil, we have all the oil we need, all the coal we need. It's limited, very limited. They're all limited. Human labor, for example. Human. We're all human. You're all human. I'm human. And our humanity is oftentimes taken advantage of and exploited, partly by, or maybe mainly by, the kind of economic system that we have, that we are oftentimes too oftentimes exploited by more than anything else. A system of life that doesn't think about the consequences, believing that the Mother Earth and her resources will never be depleted. Sustainability. I have a personal definition. Then I also have a Acoma version of sustainability. This is my personal definition. Sustainability is the function and process of being fed, nourished, maintained, and provided for by the context within which one exists and lives. For people or the human community, it is a dependency upon the context within which they exist and live. And most importantly, it is the interdependent relationship that is central to the existence of both the human community and the context. Again, pay attention to where we are. It's in a beautiful country, rural area. We are dependent on what's around us. The water, the land, the mountain, and the land, the water, the sky, the earth beneath us is also dependent on us. True sustainability, a principled and intentional sustainability, is being conscious of that, being aware of it, the air we breathe. We are part of that organic part of the air, and it depends upon our lives depend upon a continuous source of oxygen. If we don't get it, then what happens? If we don't get that oxygen, then we don't continue. And that, I think, is a understanding of sustainability that we must achieve, that we do depend on Mother Earth, the planet, the land, the trees, the grass, the rivers, the human community, as well as the vegetation and animals that live in the world. Sustainability is not only workable within the context that the natural earth, land, and environment provides, that is the context of Mother Earth, but also that which is human-made, designed, maintained, and human-initiated. Humanity, the community of our natural-born and organic humanity, is also the context for us, all of us, no matter who we are. That means we are our own context. Remember that passage? That the function and process of being fed, nourished, maintained, and provided by the context within which one exists and lives. When we think about it and realize and accept it, we as a human community are our own context. We have to depend on ourselves. We are part of the natural and organic Mother Earth world, and that is the basis of the Buddhist and indigenous American community relationship here in Montana. It is a growing, evolving, workable relationship because it is founded on interdependency that is central to the existence of both human communities and their context, which is themselves. I also have a knowledge of sustainability. And it is equivalent to and perhaps beyond the definition above, or that I spoke just now, a while ago, or an extension of it. I provided to you in 2 languages. Indigenous, that is the Acoma Pueblo Keres language, and also in English. It goes, Tsatsi Uma Sha'a Chano. We do not exist for no purpose. Tsatsi Uma She'eno. We are not alive for no reason. Tawutyuchasha. Ayama tsinia, tsiha, tsie, hanno heya, eme, tslutye. Always for the purpose and reason of helping the land and the people, we are existing - living. Yes, that is the purpose and reason we are existing and living. As human beings, to help each other and the land that is our context and provider. As a conclusion, I would like to say that I'm glad that this community of the Buddhist and the Tibetan culture is here, because the indigenous peoples of this land here, immediate to Montana, but indigenous peoples throughout the Americas, welcome people who are willing to learn and willing to be responsible with what they learn. And hopefully that kind of relationship will be what becomes all abiding throughout the Americas. We sometimes feel that things are being used up so fast and becoming limited. And I think that is not an unfounded feeling, because the waters are, yes, becoming polluted. The rainfall, snowfall does not fall like it used to, and there's fires all over the place, and we're burning up. And believe me, I live in Phoenix, Arizona, where the temperatures were 110 to 115 for most of July. And we need relief, and society and culture as a whole needs to be aware of that. Sustainability is needed for our continual positive life for all things of creation. So we must nourish and maintain and support and help and collaborate with each other, not only as human beings, but human beings who are in community with these mountains, these waters, this sky, this land, this earth, and really with, I think, all people as people, realizing that we can be helpful and that we can have a life that is beneficial, for which we must always be grateful. So thank you for your attention, and thank you for having me visit here again. I say that especially to my brothers and sisters of the indigenous community of the Salish and Kootenai. But really, I include everybody. We shall see each other's again, and also, that what you think and feel will always be clear and insightful and visionary. So thank you again. And let it rain, right? We always say in Ako, pe'e cha. It said, let it rain, and then, Hina pe'e cha, yes. Say, pe'e cha. Hina pe'e cha, yes, let it rain.
Also, I did want to welcome Stephen Smallsalmon, who has come, and I think he'd like to offer a song. And so we definitely want to accommodate that. So let's have Raquel do a quick announcement. We've got wonderful music, performances, fabulous things coming. So stay hydrated and have fun. Good.
In the same vein as sharing different cultural traditions, we want to invite you all to join our Walk a Mile for Peace. It is really a beautiful contemplative walk in which you are invited to contemplate some of the things that help us make our minds more peaceful. So you're contemplating things like loving kindness, compassion, equanimity for all beings. And so we want to invite you all to participate in that. We have that orange table set up under the green awning. And so I have gorgeous buttons that say I walked a mile for peace. And we are raising money. As you can see, we have worked very hard, and many people from all over the world have contributed to this building this beautiful garden. And so now we are every year creating traditions to invite you all as a community to help us maintain this and keep it going and keep it beautiful. So please, we have a walking guide, gorgeous buttons, and we invite you all to participate in this tradition of circumambulating around the garden and creating peace in the world. Thank you.
So Stephen Small Salmon, Ponderay, thank you.
Well, here we are again with another year. The thing is, I like coming here, and I'm always in a hurry. Today, I'd like to sing you guys a song and to Rinpoche. We've been friends for a few years, and I start to understand that the Ponderay Indian people and Buddhists are almost the same on the medicines, the lands, and the culture. And the thing that, I don't even know that guy's name that just got done talking, and because I was late. And the thing was, he said the right words, you know, about our land, because the land here, we're human beings here, we're little people, we're the ones have to take care of this land, you know. I remember I'm 73 years old. When I was about 16 years old, my elders used to talk to me and say, you guys have to take care of this world. There's too many people in this world. There's too much trash. There's too much things in the river. There's too many things in the air. And we're going up to the moon. We're doing all these things, you know. And I believe that today, you know, for myself. I'm getting to be an elder. And I remember my elders used to say, you're going to have to carry on. So today, it is true, you know. We have to take care of the rivers. We have to take care of our lands. We have to take care of our people. You know, today, it's me. We're not happy anymore. The best medicine in this world is laughter and friends. We're never like that. It's got to be me, you know, it's got to be me. Long time ago, when somebody gets a job, you go up there and you say, boy, I'm sure glad you got this job, you know. And today, somebody gets a job and you say, I don't know how come he got a job. I should have been up there. That is the truth, you know. You know, if somebody gets in front of me or I get in front of him, you know, first thing he does is give me the finger, you know. Because the time is so fast. I got to get there. I got to need my sleep. And no kidding, I got my wife out here, and I take this breathing thing. What do you call that, Juanita? What? CPAP. Because the doctor says I got to have that. And, you know, people, the air, you need, 75% of us need air, and that's why we snore when we go to bed. That's why we grind our teeth. That's why we take the whole bed. Yeah, really, that's what my doctor said. So I start taking that, and boy, I just feel great in the mornings. I'm ready to hit the world. And my wife used to make fun of me and said, boy, you look like that space guy, you know. You know, what's the name of that movie, you know, with Spock and all those guys, you know. And I wear that thing, but I sure feel great. Pretty soon the both of us are wearing it. Yeah. We look like two space people going to bed, you know. She doesn't snore anymore. Boy, I'm just so happy. I'm just so grateful, you know. I could sleep all night. It wasn't the air, it was her snoring. No, I'm just teasing you. I know I'm going to be in a doghouse, so I might as well say all the words. And Rinpoche here, you know, he's a good buddy of mine. He's really a good buddy of mine. I pulled in here yesterday, and I thought the thing was going to happen Sunday. And Juanita told me, you better go down there and find out what day it's going to be on. So I pulled in here, and guess who I seen? My friend. He just come out of the bathroom. I'm sure glad he doesn't understand, you know. He come out, and I walked right up to him, and I said, Rinpoche, I said, when are you going to have camp? He looked at me smiling, you know. I said, tomorrow? You know, smiling. I said, you understand? Yeah. I said, are you hungry? Yeah. Then I start figuring out, oh, he doesn't know very much anymore. But I really love this guy. I've been with him. And Linda, with all the support, I love all of you. I love this land right here. It's really a good feeling when I come here, you know. The thing is, there's a lot of jealousy out there, you know. The jealousy kills people, you know. And that's the way it is in every country, everywhere, you know. And the thing is, this last fall, I know he told me to talk 5 minutes, but they're still sitting up, so. Anyway, this fall, I learned a new word. Confidential. You know, it sounded good to me, and I said, gee, confidential, yeah. I said, I better look that up, you know. So I looked it up in the dictionary, and it said, it's none of your damn business. So now, today, I use that all the time, you know. I learned it from the white people, from the dictionary. So now when I go out there, somebody says, hey, how are you doing? Confidential. Everything's confidential, you know. So I learned a new word, so. But today, I really enjoy coming up here. I like to joke around, you know. I like to make people laugh. You know, some people like to talk and put people down. And me, I'm a different kind of a person, you know. I like to bring people up, you know. But like the guy was up here, I was listening to him. Yeah, he's truly, you know. We have to take care of this world, you know. We have to take care of ourselves. We have to take care of our kids and the elders. We got to respect our elders. So now, are you paying attention? Good looking at the pretty girls over there. I'm over here. There, I thought he was paying attention. I looked, he was looking over there. Okay, I'll be done in a little while. Okay, Rinpoche, I'm going to sing you a song. I'm going to sing you a song again. Okay. Yeah, you could use that. Okay. Yeah, you'd use that. Okay. Where's your hat? Where's that hat I gave you? That's Stephen Smallson right here. Okay, you ready? Okay, I'm going to go like this, so. We let's see. Let's spread around. You get over here. Okay. Okay. Ready? Yeah. Ready? Yeah. Okay, we quit now. Thank you. Oh. Good. Okay. Yeah.
Tirin tape tambati ini marku nyamdu sajurelo Tirin shechi tambahi benyamdu tarona Tirin shechi tambahi benyamdu tarona